So Donna, people are coming tonight to join with us to celebrate the 15 years of My Shower Door in business in Florida.
It's so exciting.
And so that they get to know us and the background about our business and how we've grown, they really need to know what caused us to move to Florida and why we landed in Naples of all places.
Exactly.
But there's a background story of why we left Massachusetts, and I know you'd like to share that story.
I will. I'll let you share the Naples part, but I've got to tell them why we left Massachusetts.
All right.
Happened to be one snowy day, and Bill and I went out to do a measurement for a shower door. Never forget it. Came out of the house, and the driveway was covered with a light snow. And Bill was out in front of me, and I took a fall, and my feet went right out from underneath me. I fell down so hard, I thought I broke both my wrists.
I remember that so well. I remember that level, that yellow level just flying right by me.
Yes,
So
yes.
I turned around, see how you were, and I said, "How are you?" But what did you say to me?
We're moving.
Of course we are.
I remember designing and purchasing the first tile, and I says, no need to hire anybody. We're just getting started. I got the time, so I would work, day and night in the store, and I'd make our very first 2 tiled units in the back corner. One is still left to date in our Naples store. I'm very proud of that. So we got those done, got it up. I was in the middle of my very first one, and I remember we were located next to the post office. We were about 4 or 5 units, which the post office is still there. And a lady knocked on the window, and I went over, didn't know if it was a county person or something, or because I had nothing on the window saying what we were doing. And opened the door. A lady came in, and she says, "Oh, I just got a question. I shop here every day. I come in, I get my dry cleaning done, use the post office. What are you guys going to be doing?" And I said, "Oh, we're a frameless shower door company." She goes, "No way. I just finished tiling my bathroom, and I'm in need of a shower enclosure." I said, "Well, I could help you with that." So I run to the car, grab the picture book, all excited. I said, "Hey, how about this? Why don't I lock the door? No rush. I'll come out to your house this afternoon in an hour or so, or I could follow you now." She said, "Why don't you follow me?" So I go out to her house and measure the door, and she gave me a deposit. And I came back, and he said, "Oh boy, what do I do now?" I had no glass supplier. I had no way to get the hardware in. And as most entrepreneurs do, you make it work. I gave her a lead time, and I came through.
15 years in the glass business, any business for that matter, it's exciting. Very proud of that. We're really looking forward to what the future has to hold, especially if you see the progression that we've had over since 2003 all the way through 2018. It's been on an upward trajectory, and I think we're really poised to take off like a rocket ship. We have an amazing team right now that we've compiled, and the sky's the limit for us. We are truly breaking through the glass ceiling, no pun intended, actually pun intended, and really looking forward to it.
So
Right.
Bill, why don't you tell everybody, now that everybody's seen our flagship store down here, tell them about the other 7 stores
Oh, man.
and how that came about.
Well, it started off, we wanted to grow the business, and of course when we first moved down here, we were not My Shower Door. We were under a different name, of which we're held to a non-disclosure now. We can't say it, but anyhow, we had a structure that we had to work within, and Fort Myers was definitely within that area, so we could open up the Fort Myers showroom.
Right.
And that went very well, and that was within 2 years
2
period
years,
from the
yep.
time we opened. So we opened it here in Wiggins Pass in 2003. We opened up in a brand new showroom right next door to the Bonefish Grill in Fort Myers right in
Yep.
2005.
Yeah,
And after that we wanted to venture into Sarasota.
right.
That was a little challenging
it
because
was.
again we picked out new construction, and that thing dragged and dragged and dragged, and people that we had hired couldn't hang around anymore, and they left, and we started from scratch.
Right.
But we made that work. And after Sarasota, then the whole deciding to make our own glass came into play.
Now the manufacturer.
What do you think of that? What do you think of D3 glass?
D3 is amazing. When we first started, I've got to tell you a quick story about D3. The last delivery we got from the vendor we were using before we started to make our own glass was in his truck making that last delivery, and I happened to be there, and I said to him, "Johnny, this will be the last delivery you make now. We're going to make our own glass." He turned and looked at me and said, "You'll never make it." He started to go down the street, and I'm thinking to myself, we'll never make it. Does he know who he's talking to?
I guess he never really dealt with Keith and Doug and myself
The
and
Dobbins
yourself.
don't quit or give up.
We don't quit.
No.
And we've
no.
had our challenges. Believe me, we felt like giving up.
Yeah.
And we pulled a lot of old all-nighters there.
Those
And
boys were amazing.
That's when D3 evolved and it got started off the ground. And then we became independent of any supplier for glass, which is pretty much 60% of the product that we do. Everything is based around glass. You know, we still have the hardware component that we control our own mechanisms, and we have the far superior product that's out there in the market.
So now we've got 3 stores and a manufacturing plant. Well, you'd think we'd stop there. No, no.
Oh, we got to feed the manufacturing plant. We have to fill it to its capacity. So we looked into Tampa and the St. Pete area, and we opened up Tampa.
Yeah.
And that's a great market.
Great market.
And we were realizing that the people that are over on the peninsula, over on the other side of the bay, in St. Pete and Clearwater, didn't really want to go into Tampa.
Right.
And it was better for us to open up a second location. And so we opened up St. Pete, and that's done well, and now we're venturing into Orlando.
Yeah.
So far, now we've got 7 stores to feed
Yeah.
glass out of D3 Glass. When we started doing some of the hotel work for Disney, we realized that the hospitality industry had a wide opening, and they love doing business with companies that can make their own glass and turn it around quickly.
Right.
Because what's the most important thing that a hotel needs? They got to rent the rooms.
That's right. They need it fast.
So Keith got a job down at the Naples Beach Hotel, and they were so impressed of how quickly we could turn that over. And now recently we've gotten jobs at La Playa,
Yeah.
the Inn on Fifth,
Hyatt.
the Trianon Hotel Group.
Yes.
So a whole bunch of hotels now are realizing that it's really good to do business with a company that can make their own
Yes.
glass and turn it over quickly if they had to. God, I remember nights at D3 that we would get an order that somebody broke it, and we had to turn it around through the factory, and Doug and I and Keith and a couple of the other guys worked through the night, and we got the glass ready for them for the next morning.
Yeah.
That was an impressive
It
deal.
was impressive.
Now we're doing the Hyatt Coconut right here. They're redoing these units.
It's been great. The run has been great. I just want to thank everybody in Southwest Florida for the support and the business that you've given us. And I hope you've enjoyed everything we've given back to you.
And we just want you to know that as much as we've just told you our story about how we've grown, we do continue to be a good steward to the community. We like to get involved in community functions. Right now we're dealing with, well, we deal with the Make-A-Wish Association of Southwest Florida,
Yeah.
Junior Achievement, Estero High School Culinary Department,
Yes.
the Estero High School Alumni Association. I sit on the board of the Bonita Estero EDC board.
We're about to get 2 interns, hopefully, from FGCU.
So we're very, very much involved with the community, and we can only do it because of your support.
Right.
So thank you for all your business and your support, and we want to continue to be good business partners for you.
And let's hope there's another 15 years to come.
That's what I'm looking for.
Me too.
We are building a 60,000 square foot facility. We realize that we have a lot of different warehouses in different space, and it's from an efficiency standpoint, it's best to consolidate everything, have everything under one roof, but also provide a place for more capabilities for growth. You raise the bar, you get to it, now you got to raise it again. And that's where we're at. We're at that threshold to raise the bar again to provide even more opportunity for people to grow.
Okay, so before everybody leaves today, I think there's one more message we'd like to get out there.
One more message. We'd like to give a big thanks to Keith and Doug Dobman. Without them, we could have never have achieved our goals.
We've never grown. We wouldn't have had the support to grow. It's
No.
very difficult to do that. And the perseverance of both of them.
Amazing.
Between the sales, the manufacturing, the technical knowledge that they have, that, hey, it's not my generation, I can't do it.
And what people don't realize is these boys didn't start when they got out of high school. They were starting when they were 5, 8, 10 years old. I remember Doug selling at a home show and actually sold the shower door, and I think he was 8 years old.
I remember him coming to us and asking if we could take him to go buy a suit so that he could work the home show
Right.
with us.
So I think being an entrepreneur was just in their blood. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And thank you,
So
boys.
thanks, Keith. Thanks, Doug.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
My Shower Door is going to continue to open stores throughout Southwest Florida and the entire state. But our ultimate goal would be to take this thing national. We feel like the processes and definitely the people we have in place, we're poised to make that dream become a reality. And I hope when I'm back here in another 15 years at our 30-year anniversary, I could say I told you so. So can you handle that? Huh? Can you?